Welcome to Goddess Talk. In this session, we're going to explore a journey of transformation. When we take a look at transformation, it is about change, where one thing is at a particular form and it shifts or moves into another shape or form. And that's what this is about. It is truly transformation. And sometimes we have to walk through the adversity in order to become who we truly are on the other side of the event. So in the last 9 months, I've experienced much transformation. I received my paperwork from my separation and divorce. Within a few months after that, my father turned ill. I flew over, stood at his bedside as he passed away. He died on the same day as my mother, 4 years apart. And all of that trauma from my mom's death came flooding to my father's passing. A few weeks after that, my brother sued me because I became the sole executor of the trust. I lost my brother. A few months after that, my friend, who was good friends with my ex-husband, kicked me out of her house. And it was on the same day that I found out that my job was being eliminated. A few weeks after that, my romantic relationship that I was involved in got sideswiped by an ex-wife who wanted him back. A few weeks after that, I discovered that the company that I was working with and was partnering with now did a cease and desist and disallowed me from ever talking to people that I had created great relationships with over the last several months. Some of you may say, wow, that's a lot of loss, a lot of abandonment. And yet, those were the blessings and the lessons in my life. We're taught pleasure or pain. And when we're growing up, from the time that we're born, we get keyed in to always want to be in the pleasure. For example, we cry, we get fed, or our diapers get changed. As we grow up, we fall down and skin our knees, and our parents come running over, hugging us and kissing us and attempting to make it all better. We don't ever experience the pain truly from a third-person perspective. I decided to take that journey. In all of this transformation, I looked at each and every one of these events and I asked myself, what do I need to learn here? What is it about this situation, how I approached it, how I lived in it? What is it telling me? And where can I learn so that I am more aware and more spiritual and more connected to my higher self? What I discovered was amazing. I discovered a generational pattern, not only of abuse, but of women that were my age, that I am right now, where a man in their life really caused havoc in their existence. My great-grandmother married a younger man and he took everything. My grandmother, another situation around my age, became bitter over the marriage that she was in. My mother, who had an artist that worked with her, suddenly was broken apart because of the artist's wife. And all of these women became bitter. They became sad. And I thought to myself, I did not want that to happen to me. So I dived into the pain to feel it fully and completely, mind, body, and spirit. And it was as though I was being cracked open at my core and exposing myself in ways that I've never thought possible. not only did I look at these generational patterns of women in my family and how it led to their bitterness, but I also took a look at how my family treated each other in regards to siblings. My father didn't talk to his sister, didn't even know she passed away. My mother refused to talk to her brother and sister. And here it is, my brother not talking with me. This insanity has got to stop. So I delved more into the whole pain of all of these events. And I looked at it from an observer, not putting judgment or labels or feelings around them. I looked at them, this is an event. And I kept meditating on it, praying, asking, journaling, what do I need to learn here? What is the universe telling me, sharing with me, so that I can truly learn my lesson? I look at life as a campus. Elementary school, high school, universities, I feel as though I'm taking an exam. And to learn from these events is truly powerful. And sometimes we have to walk through the fire to get to the other side. One part of my life, I actually lived in an island that was very agricultural. What I notice is that once they harvest the sugarcane and hauled it away, they then burned the fields. And when those fields were on fire, everything was consumed, whether it was plants, insects, whatever was there went up in smoke. And then once it settled, they had this little ash that was above the soil. They took that ash and they tilled it into the soil. And then they prepared it for the next planting. And they did. And those plants grew stronger and healthier, just like us. When we walk through adversity, when we walk through the challenges that life gives us, look at them as teachable moments. Look at them as opportunities to do self-study, an inward journey to discover things about yourself, about your generations, about anything in your life that you can learn from, mind, body, and spirit. And once you have completely, with your whole heart, examined this, wow, from that point, I was able to truly move on. Thank you. Thank you for joining me for Goddess Talk. And I invite you to join me in the next session.